Forget everything you know about the Gulag because you have no idea. A whistle tears through the darkness, forcing every prisoner off the bunks before anyone feels fully awake. You wrap your feet in scraps of cloth because proper socks disappeared long before you arrived. The men around you dress in silence, each saving what little strength remains for the day ahead. At roll call, you stand motionless while the wind cuts through your thin prison coat. A guard counts the line again after one prisoner sways, making everyone wait longer in the snow. Breakfast is a scoop of watery porridge that barely warms the dented metal bowl. You eat slowly, knowing this may be the easiest part of the entire day. Before leaving the compound, you check your pockets for crumbs, string, or anything that might become useful. The work brigade forms beneath a watchtower as guards inspect every face and number. You march beyond the wire in rows, trying not to slip on the frozen track. No one wastes breath talking because the cold punishes every open mouth. At the work site, your brigade is ordered to move timber from one frozen pile to another. The logs are heavier than they look, and your numb hands struggle to grip the rough bark. You learn to lift beside stronger prisoners so the burden does not crush you alone. A guard shouts whenever the line slows, even when exhaustion is the only reason. By mid-morning, your gloves are wet and the cold has reached the skin underneath. You hide one hand inside your coat for a few seconds while pretending to adjust the rope. A fellow prisoner quietly shows you how to tighten the knot without removing your gloves. Small lessons like that can mean the difference between finishing the shift and collapsing. At midday, the brigade gathers around a bucket of thin soup delivered to the work site. You search the liquid for a piece of potato as carefully as another man might search for gold. The bread ration is divided with fierce attention because every uneven cut can cause an argument. You save one corner of bread for later, despite the hunger telling you to eat it now. Work resumes immediately, and your muscles stiffen before they have time to recover. The afternoon becomes a blur of timber, shouted orders, and boots grinding snow into mud. You begin counting each load because numbers make the hours feel slightly more controllable. When one prisoner falls, the others lift him quickly before the guards decide he is refusing to work. No one calls it kindness, but everyone understands why the brigade keeps him standing. As daylight fades, the final loads are rushed so the group can meet its quota. Missing the quota means less food, so even the weakest prisoners push through the last minutes. The march back feels longer because every step now travels through aching legs. At the gate, guards search the brigade for tools, scraps, or anything taken from the work site. You keep your eyes down while a hidden piece of string presses against your palm. Inside the compound, another roll call begins under weak lamps and falling snow.